How did you get back here? I thought we ditched you.
Well, hey Luciola, check out this writer's convenience.
Most impressive, sir.
Hey, that writer's convenience isn't a toy.
Yeah, this joke is gonna go stale faster than a cup of McDonald's coffee.
But Lord Dio, surely the rate at which a beverage becomes
Is he some kind of
depends upon
retard?
many
Says the
variables,
pot
such
to
as
the
the volume
kettle.
of fluid
Yeah,
relative
that's
to the
it.
size
He's
of
gotta
the
be
material
high.
of the
Well,
container,
come on.
the
Goat
temperature
up,
of the
little
surrounding
man.
atmosphere
Price of
relative to
admission
the
for
beverage,
riding the
the
writer's
duration of
convenience.
exposure to
No
direct
prizes
heat
for
during
guessing how
preparation,
this is
and the
gonna
quality
turn
of
out.
ingredients
Wish I'd
used in the
thought of
brewing
that.
process,
Employing
the
the
presence of trace
subtlety
minerals
cut
present in
to
the water
IC.
freshens
He's
the
an
ground,
android,
tends
you
to
know.
keep growth. My lord, given the current volatility of the narrative, I feel it would be unwise to shift the focus of the story.
Nuts to you, Jean-Luc Goldberg. Alex Rowe's monopoly over the plot has to be stopped. Just look at this. I'm down to one lousy set and some spare change.
Yes, sire, as you know, that's the reason we sent Sophia to...
Blast double fours. Move my boot to Vermont. Damn it, how much is that going to cost me?
$450. I want
Damn it,
Vincent
I'll
to
have to
take over the
mortgage something.
plot.
Well, that's certainly productive.
Ask me your questions, Bridge Officer. I'm not afraid.
What is your name?
Dio Eleclair of the Guild.
What is your... I mean, what business does a guild scion have with an abridged series?
There's no use in fighting it, you know. The references practically make themselves.
Just answer the question.
Well, let's see. I could go for any number of cliched reasons. There's the classic screen time cliche, or maybe for plot exposition, or some kind of inexplicable man crush on Boy Oblivious. Emo Man.
It is pronounced
What do you
evil
think
man.
fits best?
Are you here for Alvis?
I'm not interested in turning your plot device over to my crazy sister. If you thought the references were trite and contrived now, wait and see what happens if you give She Who Must Be Obeyed control of the script. Just take our Mysterian, for example. Earth, fire, wind, water, heart.
I shudder to think what the last one of those will be.
So can I stay on as a bit character?
Fine, as long as it keeps Klaus from talking.
Frickin' animators had to stick me in yet another work suit. Friggin' Alice and Tatiana get sailor suits, and I get MC Hammer Pants. Hey, Klaus, quit flashbacking and do something useful before you turn into another angst-ridden cliche.
Hey, good news, Emo Man.
It is
You
pronounced
don't have to
Emo
be the
Man.
main character anymore.
How is that good news?
Now this, Luciola, is the anthropomorphic personification of ineffectuality. And bear in mind, he's got mullet for competition.
Give me a fucking
Face it, Emo Man,
Emo
you're
Man.
bland, uninspired, and your motivation makes about as much sense as the Conservatives' energy policy. Show me your veg
Wow,
chip
he
so I
sure
can
got
install
you
an
pegged.
aimbot for
I
you.
feel like I
Not
just
like
got
it'll matter, of
savaged
course,
by an
'cause you'll never get the
albino
chance to
Milton
actually use
Waddams.
Signal flare spotted. It's the Urbaness.
What are you doing in that uniform? Midshipman, put Abel Skyman Wegman on punishment detail for 50 lashes. Launch the standby gopher. I mean vanship.
You're late, Alice.
And you're obviously right on time.
This is a pretty awesome machine, Emo Man.
It is
It's
pronounced
unbelievable
Emo
how
Man.
much you suck. I mean, you've got a state-of-the-art fighter van ship from the most kick-ass ship in the show, and... Oh yeah, that reminds me. Do you know what the Sylvania uses for plot generation?
Oh, now you're just making shit up.
Exactly.
Do we really need 2 more characters, sir? If it keeps Klaus out of things, we can have 100 new characters. I'd like to see Unwardle try and voice them all, too.
Oh, I don't know. He's kind of charming in an awkwardly oblivious kind of way.
You don't say.
Oh yeah, if he was only...
Not a request.
Well, that was fracking pointless. Here's your goddamn message.
Oh, well done.
Oh, frack you, sir.
Even more so than usual.
Yes, sir, we mentioned that already.
Oh well, I have bigger problems to deal with.
The bigger the better.
I'm talking about a meeting with Vincent.
Oh.
Seriously, Klaus?
Well, it's gotta be better than frostbite.
Hey, Klaus, good news. You're flying escort.
What? Lucky bastard.
Oh, mark my words, Unwardle, you'll pay for this one. It's been a very long time, Alex. Not since the fall of Genian, right? And now this business with Unwardle. The pretentious little bastard had it coming. I'm not here to debate the legitimacy of that statement. I just wish you'd consider the repercussions of your actions. As far as I'm concerned, Unwardle can hang from a rope woven from every string of dialogue he's pilfered. Oh, I don't care about that. Think about me. Take my word, Alex, you haven't lived until you force-fed a distraught writer a spoonful of ipecac, then held his hair while he regurgitates the better part of a bottle of Tylenol, along with most of his guts as an offering to the porcelain goddess. For 7 straight hours, Alex. Can't thank you enough for having that privilege foisted on me, in addition to keeping the massive spoilers in check.
What are you doing, Alice?
Fan service, I think.
You call this fan service? I'm about to wet myself from Vertigo, which, by the way, makes about as much sense as a cast iron life vest, and nobody, I mean nobody, looks good in a one-piece G-suit.
Speak for yourself, Jimmy.
I know coffee isn't much of a peace offering, but, well, just hear me out. Unwardle wants you reined in. He's concerned that you're abusing the main character privileges he's given you. In other words, he's sulking like a petulant child. Alex, listen to reason. What's the alternative to abridgment? Without a production company, it isn't even possible to buy the DVD box set in North America. Without Unwardle, how can we possibly expect our show to get any exposure? So even you'd sell your soul, Vincent. The abridgment is developing a small following, and if it gets enough views... That only makes it worse. Every new viewer only serves to add legitimacy to this farcical debauchery. If that's your position, old friend, then I have no choice but to revoke your status as a main character. I don't honestly know how I'm gonna do it, but you know what they say about life and lemons. The difference between us, Vincent, is instead of sucking down sour fruit juice until I collapse from acute acid reflux, I'd rather throttle the person responsible for bringing the lemons, cloak myself in his blood-blackened flesh, fashion a noose from his entrails, and personally lynch anyone remotely involved in lemon production until all traces of citrus fruit have been eradicated from the world. Wow, how did they get a guild unit? What are you doing in my engine room? Saw that one coming a light year away.
Alex, big problems.
Bigger than Unwardle sending Vincent to take over the plot.
Why do you keep calling Klaus Emo Man? It doesn't make any sense.
It's called proof by assertion, you stupid child. By repeating the same thing enough times, it becomes true.
But Klaus doesn't have enough self-awareness to be emo.
Well, it worked for the Bush administration, didn't it? Speaking of WMDs, Earth, Fire, Wind, Water, Heart. In case you were wondering, it's a pistol, and it's loaded.
Your powers combined, I am Captain Planet. Captain Planet,
he's a hero. Status report. What just happened?
Not what it looks like,
There was
unfortunately.
too much power, Captain. The Claudia chamber's shot. We're running on imperative here.
I see. Helm, set a course for the Dragon's Fangs.
Listen up, little ducks. There's trouble in Anataray, so we're going over there and we're bringing the most badass airship ever devised. I expect and demand your very best. Anything less, and you should have joined the Musket Corps.
Oh yeah, rub it in.
Captain, you do realize that every main character is currently on board the Sylvana.
Yes, I'm perfectly aware of that. Wait, hang on, all of them?
And this is a diagram. It's a two-dimensional
That was
representation
pitiful,
of a
even by her
three-dimensional
standards.
object.
Maybe it's
Any
just her
questions?
time of the month.
Look, there's a running gag, and then there's flogging a dead goat. Klaus, you're my navvy on this mission.
Try to keep up, Emo Man.
Sir, can we really win against the writer? Can we destroy a labor of love with actions of hatred alone?
Love sought is good, but given unsought is better.
Con sonar! 3 Urbaness-class cruisers approaching from the rear!
Deploy vanship lookouts and lure them into the Dragon's Fangs.
But sir, we always go to the Dragon's Fangs. Vincent is just gonna have a trap waiting for us.
He's heading right into my trap. Of course he is, which will make it even more impressive when I trounce him anyway.
Sir, the armor
looks
plating
like
is
you
being
got your wish,
penetrated on
Sophia.
both
Not
sides.
exactly what I meant, sir.
20 degrees up rudder.
20 degrees
Engines
up
to
rudder.
full power.
Aye, sir. Full power.
The Sylvana is ascending. Commence three-way intersect attack. Send the Georgius ahead. Really? Not the Martinus or the Georgius? Oh, stop sniggering.
Yes,
We're all
sir.
gonna die, aren't we? Georgius, it's ramped. I'm sorry, sir. I can't even say it.
I can't believe he'd do something so lowbrow.
You see, there's something you have to understand about Alex Rowe. On the outside, he might look like a cold, methodical sociopath, but deep inside, he's an angst-ridden, vindictive, cold, methodical sociopath with a dirty sense of humor. All right, Alex, if lowbrow imagery is what it takes,
All gunners, return fire with feminine insinuation rounds.
belay that order.
On belay.
Engines, prepare to go full-ahead flank.
Impulse
Rear
engines
batteries
heading
stand
for
by
full
with
power
gas-propelled shells set to maximum dispersion. On my signal. Ha! It takes more than a black cape and a voice that screams badassery to defeat me. There's a new voice in this show, Alex. The voice of Vincent. Who does he think he is?
Oh,
Dan Castellaneta.
Whew, for a moment I thought you were gonna say Dan Green.
Never heard of him. Holy shit, that's just... Oh, God, alright, you win. I'm out.